I think expectations has to be high. I think it's a critical component to any successful team of any kind. So expectations are very high for us. I think in the natural progression of building a football program, it's year 4, and it's time to win, and it's time to put a product on the field that people really can celebrate and enjoy. I think that I think if you talk about instilling a culture in the preseason, you're probably in trouble. So I think that the culture has been established throughout the winter with our winter conditioning in the spring football. I think we've recruited some really, really good kids, really, really good football players. Our team GPA with our incoming freshmen is over a 3.0, which is usually a great sign. I think there's some really fantastic players in that group. The culture's been established by our older players, and they will dictate the pace in the locker room, understanding where we are as a program at this point. After 3 years, the culture better be in place. So we're going to go about our business and do things the way we do them and take care of each other as a football team. Again, I think the philosophy stays the same. A mentality of finish is a critical buzzword for this program this year. And it really started in January. It really started in 2014, week 11, after we beat Findlay. You could tell the difference in our player base. It's been a pleasure to be around these guys this year, and it's started right from that point, and it's gone on throughout the whole year, again, through our conditioning program and our practices in the spring and our summer workouts. It's about finishing. It's about finishing the drill. It's about finishing meetings. It's about doing everything to the end, and I think winning takes care of itself. Consequently, we're going to win those games late. I think this is the first year where we can look around offensively and see a lot of guys, not one or two, but a lot of guys that have played a lot of football and have found a lot of success in the league. So I'm excited for Marcus. I'm excited for Shea. I think they're guys that have an opportunity to be as good as anyone in the league in their position. I think, as we get to it, I think our running game has got to get better, and I think we understand that, and we've worked really hard schematically on doing some things a little bit differently. I think Wyatt Jerson has a chance to be a star as he finishes his career here at Northern Michigan. A really good offensive line led by Rob Boss, who's going to coach that group. So I think there's a lot of different components offensively that put us in a position where we feel like we got a chance to be pretty good. Yeah, I think the defense is something that we feel great pride in. I think we establish ourselves as a defense that's got some consistency to its base now with our defensive staff coming back for a 3rd straight year with Coach Ballard coordinating the thing. And I think what we've done is we've taken a really young defense and now have become older. I think we've got some really good football players returning with Chris Washington and Keyshawn Walker being 3-year starters at corner for us, which is critical. I think when you talk about up front with Dante Holmes and Jared Buxton coming back, I think we're excited about those guys. And then I think we've got 2 newcomers that we expect really great things from, and L.J. Liston, who is a transfer from Rutgers, and Ahmad Bush, who will be back for us playing free safety. Just to name a few, I think those guys are going to play with a tremendous amount of enthusiasm. I think we talk about physicality and running to the football, play with great effort. And that defense is going to be pretty good this year. The Dome is a unique atmosphere. I think it's a phenomenal facility to play college football in. I think when it's rocking, there's nothing better. And I've been all over now. I've coached at places like Boston College and Northwestern and all those kind of places. It's as good relative to anywhere in America when it's rocking. It's a great home field advantage. Here's what I'm excited about the Superior Dome. When this product turns for real, this community can really make it a home field advantage second to none, where teams can't wait to get on the bus and get out of here because they understand that the noise, the heat, just the overall vibe is really phenomenal. So it's a great home field. We take great pride in playing there. It's a beautiful spot, and I think it's a tough place to come win. I think this team is about redemption. It's about finish. For me to come up with one word, I'm not sure we can do that. I think it's about finishing a job and building a product. It's year 4, and it's time for all the good deeds and the hard work and the long hours to come to fruition in wins and losses. I think there's a lot of tangible proof that our program is really headed in a great direction, a phenomenal direction. But it's time to win football games and win them consistently. So I think that one word would be finish. Let's finish the job. I think for us, I think Michigan Tech is always one that we look forward to. Coming off last year's football game versus Tech, I thought that was a pretty good game, and one that we would look forward to playing again. Obviously, Ferris probably would be one of the top 2-3 teams in the nation with the preseason deal. They've had the privilege really of playing the same quarterback for 4 years, almost every meaningful down they've had, which is really rare. So he's a special player, and when you get to play one of the best in the country, I think you look forward to those games. It's a great league. We look forward to all the games, heading into them. Going to Wayne State and playing down there is always going to be fun for our guys. And I would say those 3 games are 3 games that we feel, you circle them, and they're pretty big games for us. A breakout season. So you're asking me who do I think is going to be that guy that kind of establishes himself. I think on the defensive side of the football, Darrell Williams has got a great chance to have a breakout season for us. Wonderful kid from St. Thomas Aquinas in Fort Lauderdale, and Dad played in the NFL for a long time, and hard worker, good student. We're excited to see Darrell do that. And then on the offensive side of the ball, I think it's a young man named Vinny Propson who will be an offensive lineman for us, and I think he's going to do a great job. Had a great spring. We're excited to see him develop and keep growing. Yeah, I think 2015's football team is going to be led by our seniors. I think the biggest strength that we'll have heading into preseason camp is the ability that our older players seem to have grasped, and that's their football team. And they are entrenched in the culture. They're hardworking, really good guys that believe it's our time. So I think our leadership, for sure. I think anyone that has watched us generically over the course of the last 3 years, they know that we're going to be spread. We're going to do a lot of things, put the ball in the air and do those things. I think it's a fun product to watch. I think we play with a lot of emotion, a lot of energy, and I think that'll continue.